All right. Now, ejaculation is not parasympathetic. Ejaculation is sympathetic. Okay? So, it's point and shoot. Parasympathetic, sympathetic. Now, there are drugs that we take that interfere with our sympathetic nervous system. The group of drugs that do that are called beta blockers. Beta blockers are commonly used today, specifically for arrhythmias and sometimes for high blood pressure. And one of their major complications is sexual dysfunction. Now, if you had the right amount of beta blockers, it probably wouldn't interfere with parasympathetic, but it would definitely interfere with sympathetic. So I guess, in a weird way, you might be able to use it like Viagra. In a weird way. No, that wouldn't work. I take that back. Because Viagra doesn't make you last longer. It's supposed to just make you get up and work when you don't sleep. Speaking of Viagra, might as well talk about how that works. What happens is these nerves tell little sphincters, little muscular valves to open or to relax. Because when they're not relaxed, they're tight and closed. So it's not, an erection is not caused by stimulation of the valves. It's caused by relaxation of the valves. And that allows blood to flow in. Okay? And what Viagra does, and what drugs like Viagra do, is they increase blood flow by dilating the valve. One of the side effects of Viagra is low back pain, because it dilates blood, and blood flows into the low back, and some people perceive that feeling as low back pain. Okay? One of the side effects of all those drugs is lowering your blood pressure. Well, think about it. If you dilate the blood vessels and all the blood goes somewhere else, what's going to happen to your blood pressure? It's going to drop. Okay? And what happens is it creates a chemical in the bloodstream called nitric oxide. Nitric oxide causes those vasodilations. There's an amino acid called arginine. When taken in high doses, it also is converted into nitric oxide. And if you could take arginine, and get the same result as Viagra. It's like natural Viagra, if you want to look at it that way. Okay, you take, 4 grams, which is probably pretty safe, and you get the same dilation effect. So Viagra works that way, Cialis works that way, all of them pretty much work that way. What color is Viagra? Anybody know? You know what another side effect of that is? Guys will see everything look blue. Well, that one I'm not sure about. Okay? And then the thing you see on TV, well, if you have an erection for more than 4 hours, call everybody you know. Okay? Call the hospital. The reason is a prolonged erection like that can happen for other reasons. If you get hit in the head hard enough, you'll get an erection that won't go away. That's called priapism. That's dangerous because the dilation could damage the blood vessels. And from one 10-hour erection, you're impotent for the rest of your life. Okay? So that is a medical emergency. That is a big deal. And you go to the hospital and they give you a shot in your penis of epinephrine, and it goes away. Because epinephrine causes those blood vessels to constrict. All right? So when Viagra first came out, I know that teenagers and the young 20-somethings were having like parties where they'd take 4 or 5 of them and think they were some kind of porn star. That doesn't make you a better lover. You know what I mean? It just leaves the room for more dangerous side effects. Okay?
So it don't have nothing to do with you mentally. It's just, like on the commercials, you have
think it gives you confidence.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, because the parasympathetic nervous system is craniosacral, and if the cranial, the brain part's not working, well, ladies, you know, right? If you're in bed with your husband on Sunday morning, or boyfriend, whatever, and like he wants to be in the mood, and you're like getting in the mood, and kissing and loving, and the kids are like, "Hey, Mom, Dave's got a knife, Mom." Right? Guy's like, "Oh, ignore him." Mom,
it's okay, it'll be all right.
Nah. Okay? Same kind of thing. And guys can get that complication. A little tougher for guys to get that, right? Because when the wind blows, they're ready. But that's the same thing about a guy not having confidence when it doesn't work. All guys get a little stage fright, whatever, once in a while. But the more they dwell on it, the worse it is. Yes, ma'am.
This is kind of embarrassing, but why do guys wake up with morning
Wood. Morning wood. There's a band called Morning Wood. It's two things. One is all your hormones, especially testosterone, is highest just before you wake up. Like around 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, maybe 4. That's when those hormones peak. And right, that's man hormones, testosterone. The other thing is there's a valve in our reproductive system that closes. That's from the bladder out the ureter, out the urethra. If the valve closes, the guy can't pee while he has an erection. Well, if the guy's in bed sleeping and has to urinate, many times that will occur to close that valve subconsciously to make sure he doesn't wet the bed. So it's kind of a combination of two things. Mostly, though, it's just hormones are raging that high. That's why morning sex, guys are almost always ready first thing in the morning. That's when the hormones are just cranking out. That's the highest they are all day.
So I guess the second
Right, probably, because he has to pee. Exactly. Absolutely. Yep. But which is kind of funny because he can't, right? You stand on your head, you stand there and wait. Because you can't go when...
Otherwise you pee in your face.
Yeah. Yeah, that's complicated.
You guys know how they check for erectile dysfunction? See if it's a physical thing or a mental thing? Do you guys know?
Do we want to know? Hold on 1 second.
It's not too bad. They put a ring around it, and if it breaks in the morning, you're good.
Oh, I see what you're
Yeah.
saying. Yes, ma'am.
What about a little 4-year-old boy?
That's what you were just saying. It's probably because they have to pee.
Because my son, he'll get up in the morning, and I'm like, what is going on with you? I don't ask him that, but
Right.
I'm
It's
thinking
just probably because he has to urinate, and that's just the response because he has to urinate. That's all.
Okay.
Yep. Give him a few minutes, then I let him go into the bathroom. You know, nature just making sure everything's working.
Even though he is somewhat like a, you know, he taps women on their breast and, hey, and then one day he said, "Mommy, booty, booty, booty" to me. I'm like, what? Oh no, where did you get that from?
See what I mean? Isn't this stuff wonderful? All right. So speaking of impotence, so what causes impotence? Well, obviously damage to this nerve can cause it. So an injury, the injury can be permanent, or you maybe just rode the bike too much this weekend, and the nerve is irritated and things won't work. The most common reason today is probably atheroid arterial sclerosis. Because again, the blood vessels in the penis are pretty small, pretty tiny blood vessels. They get plaque in them just like anything else. Plaque those suckers up, blood doesn't go where it's supposed to. So smoking causes impotence. Brittany, now your husband or boyfriend's going to quit. Smoking causes impotence. Because smoking causes peripheral vascular to contract, and it accelerates arterial sclerosis. So smoking causes it, plaque in your arteries causes it. In a sense, you might say that it's harder to get an erection the older you get, but the truth is if you're healthy, it's not really that much harder. Okay? There's not like a guy's turned 60 and all of a sudden it quits working. If the 60-year-old, if his heart is healthy, he doesn't smoke, he doesn't have big plaquing in his arteries, everything's probably going to work just fine. Okay? But today, because we live in America, and white men die from heart disease, that used to be just our special disease. Now that's not as true as it used to be, but still, my number one problem is high blood pressure and heart attack. Because the genes in me that come from the white people, and I'm an American, which means high cholesterol, high blood pressure, et cetera, those are the main things you look for, okay? Those are the things that can lead to impotence. And of course, the drug companies knew if they could make a happy pill, people would buy it. They're like $18 or $20 a piece.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Here's another thing that's crazy. This I don't understand. Insurance will pay for it.
I don't get that.
But it won't pay for birth control. I don't get that. But, you know, who's running the insurance company? Okay. So that's kind of the deal, right? Yes, ma'am.
Oh, what does it actually mean when they say guys start shooting blanks? Like, is that when there's no sperm but there's semen, or?
Yes, we'll talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
If a young person takes Viagra just for fun all the time, in the long run, will it affect them when it
Probably
gets
not.
older? Okay.
I heard that mixing Viagra with like Ritalin causes a feeling that's super euphoric, almost like you took heroin or something. My brother got
I can't see how that would work. Because Viagra doesn't do much to your brain. Viagra does mostly from the waist, this area. Whereas Ritalin is a stimulant specifically designed to stimulate a part of your brain, and it causes vasoconstriction.
What's the